Oh, yeah. Well, we had a false alarm on the rug delivery. We go outside and check again. But we have to get the gaming rug into the house. Into hells. Okay, hold on. Do a little chickadee checker here. Chickadee, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Before you T-Rex yourself. You're very concerned. You're a very loving wolf, huh? You're very concerned. She's very concerned about, yeah. You're very loving, concerning. Oh, yeah. Little Shih Tzu. The Shih Tzu Defense Force. The Shih Tzu Security. Shih Tzu Security System. All right. Yes. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about they're getting a cold this winter. Yeah, I think when I went out on Wednesday, and I went to the local food mart, as I said, and there was a lot of people. And not only did I come into contact with 4 to 5 people, but I also came in contact with them in a little mini store. So plus we got stuck there because there was some chick that got fucked up and crashed into the convenience store, and her head was bleeding on the concrete apparently. So according to the story, I didn't go out and look to see if her head was bleeding on the concrete, but I because I was in line. To get some losing lottery tickets, but mostly a winning lottery ticket. Uh, but I'm going to go ahead and reinvest for the big one on Saturday night before the storms rage on Christmas Eve. $620 million. I'm going to go ahead and go for it. Okay. And we can't really forget any component of the meatloaf. So I'll probably put it like over here. Yeah, that's good. It's good. Have the onions that we food processed earlier. So we're continuing on with the continuation. Uh-oh. It's thawed out enough. Not as much as I'd like, but thawed out enough to do the mission here. Gotta break it up. I guess, with the winter, with the lower temperatures, the thawing process takes a lot. It's not as easy peasy as it is in the sweltering temperatures of the summer. All right. Not exactly what I wanted, but it's no problem. We'll play with our food, literally. Like the parents of yesteryear, they would look at their kid and say, "Stop playing with your food." I never really played with my food, not that much. Not as much as some other kids. I was really... Maybe you were a foodie from birth. Not really. My mom worked at McDonald's when she was young. So after she had me, she just really wanted just cheeseburgers and french fries. I mean, she just was in that mindset. I'm sure the McDonald's back then was pretty good. I bet it was better than it is now. I'm just taking a wild guess. Why was fast food better back in the day? Fresher ingredients. People gave a shit. Those are just... There wasn't multinational globalist corporations controlling and super mega corporations. You know? So, America meant made in America. It did not mean... So I put cracked pepper and then I'm putting pepper in the meatloaf mixture, which will come all together. Garlic salt. We'll go by the step-by-step process. This is about a pound or so of beef. Where's the beef? I can help you out, Grandma, anytime. Panko breadcrumbs, about a third. That's good. Yes. Onions, finely processed. Yeah, at the Babylon Bee, they keep making Funyuns jokes. They're pretty funny. My favorite one was Democrats try to preserve democracy by dismantling democracy or something like that. That was good. Because to have a true constitutional democratic republic, then you would have to have freedom of... You'd have to have candidates on the ballot that the people want. So to actually have a functioning government, that's an actual constitutional republic or democracy. So you cannot have... You cannot have anything else. You cannot have it where only Joe Biden or Democrats or liberals can be on a ticket to run for president. And then that's not democracy anymore. If people can be taken off ballots without just or due process or cause. So I really don't think the Democrats are going to get away with it, but the sad part is that they're trying to get away with it. That's the shit part. Okay, so we got the onions, we got the breadcrumbs, we got the egg, onions, salt and pepper, and then try to bring it together a little bit here, as much as we can, considering this level of freeze, which I thought would have been taken care of with more time in the refrigerator, but I guess with the cold temps and stuff, that was a no-go on that. So we'll still do the best we can to mix it up. Ooh, it is cold winter day. I'll say that. Smush and crush. Lush. Mush. It's fun to rhyme, I guess. You know it is. It's called the meat knuckle sandwich. Okay. yeah, we'll try to give an update tonight when we go to the store. If we can find out any information on the drunk driver that held up things on Wednesday. If she's okay, if she's in the treatment program, or, you know, she in the hospital, or get her license suspended. All that fun stuff. So, put like a little bit more salt and pepper. Salt and pepper, like the group Salt and Pepper. What if they would have had a rap duo called Ketchup and Mustard? Salt and Pepper. You have like grits and eggs. Some more salt. Do the salt assault. And then, so people are like, you know, I'm coming down with the cold. I'm like, well, I was around a lot of people, so hopefully I didn't get the coronavirus. And I hope the bug isn't RSV or, you know, flu or some other kind of cold. It could just be a common cold, so we'll see. I'm not a doctor, but I know to reduce the temperature. So I took a aspirin last night, and I took an aspirin just now. And so I'm hoping that goes well. I put some throat spray because my tonsils are inflamed. At first I thought it was just from beer and smoking cigarettes, but I'm not so sure now because it has a certainly tobacco and alcohol will do nothing for someone's health at all. But that may not be the culprit of my current feeling that I'm getting sick. So best case scenario, it's just a common cold. So best case scenario. So I put the this is the tomato sauce. Tomato sauce. HEB. Salsa de tomates. So that's going to give that really good flavor. And plus with the moisture, it'll break up the whatever's left of the unthawed beef. All right. We're just going to go ahead and get this thing rolling, man. I don't think, I mean, if we have a part 3, it'll just be because the part 3 will be part of, all right. So now we get that tomato flavor on there too. So basically we're making like a meat cake. In essence. A very flavorful meat cake. And all right, so all components, all ingredients done. And put this meatloaf in there down. Hope everybody's having a great holiday season. I understand there's often stressors during the holiday season. Usually financial or personal. I get that. And sometimes, you know, illness and things like that. So, ain't a picnic for everybody. I realize that. But God bless and best of success. All right. We're going to flatten this out. Kind of equally distribute it in the copper chef pan. And then we're not going to put the icing on the cake until the cake is near getting ready. So, but we will do this for some nice fluidity and put the tomato sauce on top. It's almost like an Italian meatloaf, wouldn't you say? Yeah, really, with all the tomato and garlic and oregano and stuff, yeah. If I really wanted to make it an Italian meatloaf, I would have just put it. I would have put the Italian spices on it too. And oh, right. So one key thing is we get the now everybody's telling me they're having the same symptoms. You know, sore throat, tonsils inflamed, that sort of thing. Similar symptoms, headache, feel like kind of a fever coming on. Maybe you feel some light chills. Maybe you feel full chills. But it's like, it's kind of symptomatic of cold and flu, basically, right? At first. Oh, I barely made it. All right, so put that, this is so that we can apply the tomato paste for icing on the cake later. And we're gonna wait till the temperature goes up to 350 degrees. Oh, oh, nice. That was pretty good, huh? So very excellent. And the groceries are about to arrive. Mom is about to come in. I don't know what time the rug is coming in, but the rug is really going to tie my room together, and really going to tie all the components. So hopefully there's no delays in the delivery, that everything's on time. Oh man, yeah. Start to feel sick. You start to feel like sore throat. Start to feel like headache. Start to feel shit. You know. So that's being sick. It feels like shit. So I think that goes without saying, but it bears repeating. Being sick sucks, and we have to try to prevent that. Oh. Yeah. There might be stronger medicine down below in the master chamber. So if I need bigger guns, I'll get bigger guns, is what I'm saying. If I need bigger guns, I'll go there, but just trying to wing it right now. But Jack Smith gets a lump of coal for Christmas. That's funny. They should not be indicting or prosecuting Trump anyway. They're just trying to keep him off the ballot, which is illegal and unconstitutional. So they can Jack Smith and Jack shit and Biden and his cronies can kiss our ass, kiss my ass. They're not gonna get what they want. So the Supreme Court is gonna reject all their shit, all their bullshit, and that's what I'm hoping for. That the Supreme Court's gonna come through like they're supposed to. So. Well, I mean, if Americans don't trust their institutions anymore, then what can they trust besides, of course, number one, God, but then they're supposed to be able to call on their government to help, with problems. So the function of the government, well, there's a lot of different functions, but it's to protect the people. So if the government fails to do that, then it is truly malfunctioning. It is truly derelict. It is truly corrupt and evil beyond salvation. So this is basil, garlic, and oregano tomato paste. Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun thing that we enjoyed as teenagers. Me and the boys, we were in middle school. We didn't have a car, so we had to walk around the neighborhood. And so it'd be Jeff and his brother, and then another guy named Jeff, and then me. And maybe there'd be more people, maybe there'd be less people on these walks. So we go take these walks. And I don't know, I don't think we were smoking tobacco back then. I don't know if somebody was sneaking a fag or something in there, but it was like our crew just walking around the neighborhood. It was kind of like fun to do when you're like 12 or 13. It's like, hey guys, let's get a big group of people together and go walk around the neighborhood. And I still enjoy that today, long after the teenage years, way long after. And so still like to take a walk. Yeah. It's a winter day, huh? Bare trees and yeah, the trees went from changing vibrant orange to dead. Everything died. Except for some of the tall pines. But look, most of the trees are dead and they're no longer orange. It's gotten too cold and and it's just gonna get colder. The trees are just gonna get barer. And I like that. It's 1973, 1974 album. It's by Fleetwood Mac. It's called Bare Trees. And it's one of the first ones, I think, with Christine McVie on it. John McVie's woman, Christine Perfect, his wife at the time. And it also has, is it Bob Welch? Yeah, Bob Welch with the big hit. Yeah, Bare Trees is a very interesting album. It's, yeah, when Fleetwood Mac gets interesting combinations, that's when Fleetwood Mac goes from good to great. And of course, they had Peter Green, Bob Welch, and are those all the only early guitarists to Fleetwood Mac, or is there another one in there that I'm forgetting? But anyways, they had a whole bunch of guitarists and lead singers at first, and but the mainstay through all of Fleetwood Mac's history is basically Mick Fleetwood, the rhythm section, Mick Fleetwood and John McVie. on bass and drums, respectively. But the most classic, the best known lineup is their big rumors making quintet, the Lindsey Buckingham, Stevie Nicks, Christine McVie, John McVie, and Mick Fleetwood, the definitive lineup of Fleetwood Mac, the classic lineup, the best, and the best selling. And so, firing Lindsey Buckingham, it's just not appropriate. So we got the Copper Chef ready to put the meatloaf in. We're just doing it early because you know what? If Mom does run behind, well, she can just warm it up when she gets back. But hopefully she gets back and gets to. Because it takes about an hour to cook, so hopefully she gets back by 3 or 4 and doesn't have too many errands to do. And she comes on in, and then we have dinner, nice dinner, on a cold, barren winter's day, and then get some good rest tonight. Okay, it's 3:50 now. It's probably been that way for a while. So I was musing about things. Musing about the day's events and so on. Let's do, well, put it in around 2-ish. So we'll check it around 3-ish or at the end of 2-ish. Late 2 p.m. And then we'll put the icing on the cake. We'll put the oregano, basil, and garlic. Is it? Yeah. The good Italian, the tomato paste, man. It's basil, garlic, and oregano. This is the stuff that puts the amazing flavor into the deal.